Okay, folks, so this video is about Tomas, Eva, and Cat, and really about the scenes from Monday and Tuesday's episode from last week. Really talking about like who comes out of this looking the worst. Yes, I know this week is supposed to be a bunch of stuff like a new love interest potentially for Eva, Cat seemingly trying to make things work with Tomas. But in my personal opinion, and look, I know that one video I did about Tomas did nothing wrong. That got a interesting comments from people. But here's my thing. Is Tomas full of it? In a way he is, because he, got with both sisters. But the thing is, I still stand by what I said, that he and Kat's relationship status, whatever it was, I think was pretty much terminated after she dissed his bedroom skills. Then not answering his calls or texts and whatnot. Like, if I were Tomas, I would certainly take that as okay, yeah, we're done. So, to me, Tomas, I think he was foul for the way he handled the situation where you notice, and this is just my opinion, Eva might be the woman he wants to be with, but Kat is the woman he feels he needs to be with. Like Eva said, oh, you want to be with someone who, you can go out in public with and whatnot. Someone who's not rough around the edges like me. Okay, I see how it is. And essentially, when you look at the Cat scenario, her proving my point when she tells Chelsea about how I can't let Eva win. Or, yeah, he just made one mistake. I love him. And I'm like, like I always say, this show has been long running and I can forget details, but I don't think Kat has ever once said, I love Tomas. I like him. I'm attracted to him. That kind of stuff. But then after they had sex, it's like, ew. So she, like I said, proved my point. And I've been saying this for a while. The only reason she doesn't let go of Tomas is because she doesn't want Eva to have something that she has. Again. So when you look at Eva, I mentioned in the short, I don't feel bad for her. The reason being is because all the while, when Kat found out Tomas was there, Eva was talking shit. She was rubbing salt in the wound. She was doing anything and everything to contort Kat's face into shock and disgust. Like, oh yeah, I got the skills you don't. Oh yeah, he told me about how you talking about his bedroom skills. Oh no, but after I had him, nah, I know the problem was you, Miss Virgin. And then Kat was, you told her something like that was private. And I'm thinking the double standard here, because correct me if I'm wrong, she confided in her cousin Chelsea about sex being bad and everything, and maybe it's him. But that's okay to diss your man's bedroom skills to another person. But when Tomas mentioned Kat being a virgin to Eva, it's okay. There is a difference between one person telling a close family member versus the other person telling the ops. I get it. There's a difference. But at the same time, it's like, you gotta show respect to get it. Like, how would Tomas feel that because if he found out you told your cousin he's bad in bed before you told him, and when you did it, it was in the most vindictive, toxic, hateful way? You see what I'm saying here? And don't get me wrong now. Don't get me wrong. I agree with the fans that Tomas is a bit too free with the way he talks to Eva so openly about whatever's going on between him and Kat. I think that should be something that's kept, close to the chest, that kind of thing. But at the same time, when we're talking downright personal, intimate stuff, like her being a virgin or her not thinking he's good in bed, yeah, you ought to not really tell people about that. That's something you tell each other, but, not other people. So when I look at the scenario as a whole, Eva talking all that trash. And also, Tomas never once interrupted. But when Kat tried to clap back a couple times, whoa, Kat, come on. It's like, bro, like, you can't have it both ways. Like, you can't be an an Eva apologist and an Eva eater, and then expect Cat to just act cool. Like, no, no. So, it seems like Tomas is more willing to defend Eva, even when she's doing way more foul stuff than Cat, which, to be fair, is the theme of this entire show, where everybody gaslights Cat to be the villain when Eva is. And you could argue in their own way they both are, but we can't deny the fact that Eva is clearly worse than Cat. So then I also did that short about the perfect woman, and I already talked about how so that's exactly how Cat sees herself. Hey, she's driven, she's successful, she's easy on the eyes, but that funky attitude, that's like the biggest turn off for me. Everything else is like, boom, but that attitude. So Eva talking all this smack, and then Cat runs saying, I'm done with both of you. So then Eva thinks, she's like, oh, I got, yep, we showed her. So you're my man now, right? But then when Tomas like, nah, I gotta be with who I really want to be with. And Eva's like, feels used, but it's like, you kind of knew what you were getting into when you wanted to see if, Tomas was really bad, or if it was Cat, then you followed your mom's advice. So you literally fell into the same trap that your mom did. So I don't feel bad for Eva. Like I said, you can't be smug and talking crap and all sorts of stuff one minute, and then when you don't get your way, you ball up in tears. I'm supposed to feel sorry for you. It's just like the whole, Ted, you humiliated me. You made me think that you were giving me the house, but Nicole is like, no, it's my house. And it's like, oh, wow, you got embarrassed in front of one person because you chose to run up on them and tell them to evacuate the premises, versus you exposing Ted's affair, humiliating and hurting Nicole in front of an entire room of people. Not to mention all the various other things you did, but then to have Eva back up her mom after everything she's done, despite Ted pulling this one trick on her. Man, get out of here. So when it comes down to all three, who comes out of this looking the worst? I don't know. It's all subjective. Tomas had sex with both of them. In his world, it's like, hey, I won. I mean, sure, things might not be all hunky-dory if, Kat decides to, like, change her tune about still wanting to be with him, and then, like, roast him to the family, and then maybe that impacts things. Like, Bill's like, I warned you about making me regret letting you go out my niece or something like that. I don't know. But Eva, I think she came out of this looking stupid because, I mean, why would you follow your mom's playbook when you saw where it got her? I don't know. Like I said, Tomas got to hit both of them. Cat, I think low-key got it the worst because you gave up your virginity. And I honestly feel like the only reason she did was to kind of mark her territory, because she probably felt the longer I wait, or the longer I make Tomas wait, the more likely it would be for Eva to sink her claws into him, because I see how close they're getting. So it felt like a Hail Mary attempt to secure her position with Tomas, but then she didn't like it, and then she fractured it by mentioning him being bad in bed. So it's a whole mess. It really is. So let me know your vote. Who came out of this looking the worst, Tomas, Eva, or Kat?